Well, nowadays, the quick answer for a lot of people, a lot of experts, is climate change. Our increased fire danger is due to the rising temperatures and dry conditions. Each new wildfire seems to burn faster and just spread quicker as well.
It is frightening, but senior investigative reporter Bigad Shaban digs deeper into a 100-year-old practice that some say is actually fanning these fast-moving fires across the state.
Flames were the only guiding light when the Chinook helicopter swooped in to rescue more than 200 people trapped at the Mammoth Pool Reservoir, about 80 miles south of Yosemite National Park. The creek fire swept through the Sierra at record speeds and cut off all roads heading out of the area.
There was a lot of chaos, obviously, down on the ground.
Rescue pilot Joseph Rosamond spoke to us from his current deployment in Kuwait. He's with the California Army National Guard and says the fast-moving flames barely gave anyone time to escape.
Some of the people have been burned pretty badly, talking like skin coming off of the body.
So why did this wildfire spread so quickly? The answer may have to do with what happened here years before the creek fire ever ignited.
The more trees you remove from the forest, the hotter and faster fires tend to burn.
Dr. Chad Hansen is a forest and fire ecologist who's been studying wildfires for more than 2 decades.
Well, the fire started downslope of us.
He took our investigative unit on a tour of the creek fire and gave us a first look at his new research that essentially blames the U.S. Forest Service for creating hazardous conditions that allowed the creek fire and other fires across California to burn faster and spread farther.
If what you're saying is true, the federal government could actually be putting people's lives in danger.
Yeah, they're making things worse.
At issue is what's known as post-fire logging. That's when burned trees are removed after a wildfire in hopes of reducing fuel during future fires. It's a standard practice for the U.S. Forest Service. But Hansen and a growing number of scientists believe logging may have actually fanned the flames racing toward the Mammoth Pool Reservoir. More than a year after the creek wildfire, you can still see the cars left behind as people ran from the fire.
If it wasn't for the logging, the fire wouldn't have reached the reservoir as quickly.
Which means people would have had more time to evacuate.
Exactly.
Out of roughly 380,000 charred acres, this is where the creek fire's flames burn the tallest and fastest.
It's also an area that's been logged several times over the past 25 years. Using the Forest Service's own data, Hansen plotted the perimeter of the creek fire. He found the flames first erupted at Big Creek Canyon. According to his research, that's also where the fire burned most intensely. And here are areas that were logged after previous wildfires. Hansen says that overlap shows areas that were logged are 3 times as likely to burn faster and hotter versus areas left alone.
Big down logs like this, not only do they soak up and retain large amounts of soil moisture like giant sponges, but they actually interrupt the flow of the fire across the forest floor. Fires come from the ground up, and fires have to hit this and climb over it, and it actually can slow the flames.
That is entirely bogus. There's nothing in the scientific literature to support that.
Dr. Brandon Collins is a forest research scientist. He works with the Forest Service, but only spoke to us in his capacity as a professor at UC Berkeley. He calls Hansen's study flawed and maintains leaving burned logs in the forest will not slow down future fires.
It's actually quite the opposite. The creek fire actually was a great example of that, and we believe that most of what fueled that growth was the dead trees that were killed during the drought that preceded that fire by 4 or 5 years.
There are people who are going to watch this who are left scratching their heads thinking, how are highly educated scientists looking at the same fire and drawing totally different conclusions?
It is a problem. There are some folks who have an agenda to essentially eliminate commercial harvesting on national forests.
Critics say their opposition is based in science. In 2018, more than 200 scientists from across the country, including professors at Harvard, UCLA, and UC Davis, penned a letter asking lawmakers to reduce post-fire logging throughout the West.
Were all those scientists just wrong?
No, I think that honestly, though, they're misguided when it comes to the scale of the issue. I think there's absolutely a role for burned trees to be left in the forest as habitat. but that role is not over tens of thousands of acres.
What I'm hearing you say is that it can be a tool in the toolbox, but it shouldn't just be the standard after every single fire.
Correct. And this issue of scale is critical here.
Despite our repeated requests, the U.S. Forest Service declined to comment on our story and the increased criticism the agency is facing about its financial stake in post-fire logging, which some view as a conflict of interest. Each year, the Forest Service makes about $45 million by selling timber to private lumber companies.
It's not as though it's going in to line someone's pockets. That money is being reinvested into reforestation of those areas.
So they're financially incentivized to be in the post-fire logging business, and it's making things worse across the board, and we have to change direction.
You're talking about making what very well might be the biggest change in how we respond to wildfires in America in more than 100 years.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
With roughly 30 wildfires currently burning more than 2 million acres across California, daring rescues aren't likely to become any less dangerous. But so far, there's little agreement on how exactly to make them less necessary.
Now, tomorrow night at 7, we're going to have a live conversation with both of the scientists you just heard from. We're going to dig deeper to find out how researchers and leaders can actually come together to figure out how to best protect California from catastrophic fires. That is tomorrow night at 7. With the Investigative Unit, I'm Bigad Shaban.